So I had this 22 by 10 inch pine panel that already kind of had a what appears to be a stained finish on it. And I'm starting by using some painter's tape. You first want to find the center point and create a triangle with your painter's tape. Guys, you can use any piece of wood that you have in your house, and you can use any size triangle that you would like to use. Make it fun. So once you have your tape on, you want to make sure that you have it sealed pretty well. I'm going to start by using some Antique Villa by Wise Owl. And the tip when you're painting inside a painter's tape area is you want to move your brush from the tape away from the tape. So the tape over. You don't want bleed through. So you don't want to be pushing that paint right under that tape. So I just kind of start by midway of where the tape actually is, halfway through the tape, and then pull your brush away from that area. I really hope I'm making sense. Sometimes it's not easy explaining this. You do want tape at the bottom. If I have this little lip here, if you have a flat board, that probably is going to be a little bit easier. But this is what I had to work with, so this is what I did. So that was 2 coats of Antique Villa. And another tip is you don't want a large amount of paint on your brush when you're painting in a triangled area with tape. It's kind of the same concept as stenciling. So I found these stencils at Hobby Lobby. I've had them for a while, but I do believe I've seen them, and I like them because they are adhesive. And they're almost just like strips, like something you'd use for borders. And I'm just laying them on top of each other and stacking them. And you want to make sure that they're kind of overlapping a little bit because you don't want that seam where you're going to get tape in between them. I'm using a large dabber and some Republic Red. And you want to load your dabber and then unload your dabber. So you want your dabber to have very little paint on it so it's not pushing down under the stencils. The adhesive stencils do make life a lot easier, but they still are capable of bleed through. So you want to make sure you almost have like what I would call a dry dabber. And you're going to be doing a dabbing motion. And this is sped up, so it looks like I'm doing this very quickly, but I really do take my time, even if it means me doing a layer that I know is not full coverage and then going back and doing another layer. Now you do want to use your painter's tape wherever needed to avoid getting any additional paint on the parts of the triangle that you don't want, that you want to keep white. So this is always the fun part, is removing the stencil. And then I'm going to make sure that I let this dry. Once dried, I grab this other stencil that has a complete pattern to it for the tip of my triangle. This particular stencil, I believe I got in the more embellishment section of Hobby Lobby. And I'm just making sure I'm taping off again so that I don't get this Republic Red anywhere else but on the white part of my triangle. Once done, I'm going to be able to remove everything. And now you have this more of a modern tone. I'd say like it's like a farmhouse modern style. This is not going to be every style. More clean lines. So I found this Joy, like it's a little tin word. It came in a set of 3 or 4 for Christmas, and I'm using my Shortcut Black spray paint, and I sprayed that black. And then I'm going to use E6000 to adhere it to my board. This little Joy tin word came from the Dollar Tree. And I decided to do a little bit on a little bit of a tilt. And then just to finish it off, I grabbed some white yarn that I had around the house. And I just did a crisscross at the bottom with it and tied it and then just glued it in the back so it didn't slip off. I really hope you enjoyed this video. For other tutorials, you can now check us out on YouTube. We have all our videos at chalkitupfancy.com. For any paint products, brushes, tissue paper, transfers, chalkitupfancy.com. Thank you so much for watching and have a Merry Christmas.